Hello, everybody. This is Henry. I'm back with my final collection, Volume 3. You know, my last two videos of this were Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I'm back with Volume 3 since it's been long overdue. I've been away from it for a moment, so I'm back with Volume 3. I got several records I have on my final collection. I'm going to preview to y'all right now, and hopefully that you may recognize them or be familiar. This is Crystal Gale's We Should Be Together. It's actually the first record I picked up while I was at my favorite hangout of Fruitless right off the Merritt Square, and also include one song that was sampled from some hip hopper. I don't know who it is. I can't remember who it is, but I'll find out later on. But I think it's sneaking out the back door. You can see here on side one. So it's a pretty good record. So far the rest of the record is pretty good. So this actually to be the first album. Like I said, it's the first album I picked up from Crystal Gale. So I was turned on to her when I heard a song because I made a promise she did with Eddie Ralph the soundtrack, Gordy, the movie, and it's pretty interesting. So Crystal Gale, which is actually a country album. It's full of pop, R&B, and different good stuff. And so if you're a really good country fan, and with R&B sounds and funk and all that, good beats and everything. 90 Themes, The Young and the Restless soundtrack is actually a compilation album of theirs are there on the A&M label from Barry DeForest and Perry Pa King Jr., Chuck Mangione, Ira Sullivan, Pablo Cruz, Herb Ofda, Tim Weisberg, and Michelle Columbia. So it's actually a rare album that's been long out of print, and it hasn't been on CD or anything. So this one I recommend if you're a good fan of real good music and sounds and energetic stuff, and I just fan of music, real good music, instrumental music in general, easily and all that stuff. So you can find us anywhere at your local record store or online. For example, like Jam, GEM, eBay, Amazon, or you know. Pepper Adams' Urban Dreams. This one I haven't finished yet, but I was just getting started. I once discovered this, and at Sweet Melissa Records. So it's actually pretty interesting. It's not too much I want to say on this album, but it had its kicks, on it as well. So it includes guys in the chord of Jimmy Rose, George Mraz, and Billy Hart, and you can see on the back, liner notes and everything. Um, yeah, it's the back and also in the front here. It's a pretty good shot, So this I recommend if you're a fan of quartets, jazz quartets, that kind of thing. Mark O'Connor's False Dawn is actually more of a world / new age, easy listen type of album, so it's, this I picked up by instant, so it's just still good stuff, it's not much I want to say on this album, but you can see on the album, but it's actually a good album, something you cannot find anywhere, so. Mark O'Connor's False Dawn, he plays guitars, banjos, violins, that kind of thing. And after here, he had recorded his album like either in December 1981 to January of 82 in Mars, Alpharetta, Georgia. You can find information on that. Atlanta, Georgia. Alpharetta, Georgia, and it was mixed in March 82 at Chestside South Street in Atlanta, Georgia. So if you're ever familiar with him, Mark O'Connor, you can look him up online, Google, or go to YouTube or anything. So I don't know if he's still around or anything, but I may check his stuff out later on, more stuff one day. So this is pretty good. Most of you Mangione fans, most of you fans of big bands and live orchestras, orchestra jazz, and all that type of thing, this is actually a classic. It's pretty live. With live musicians, live music energy, and everything. Plus, it includes Esther Satterfield on vocals, plus horseshead chamber singers, and also includes the Mangione Quartet, plus the Hamilton Philharmonic Orchestra on the background. So it's a great classic. Includes Legend of One Eye Sailor, Once We're Together, Let Me Believe, which y'all already know. So I heard that there were a couple samples used on his album as well. So you can look at the back here. Ain't that something? Hmm. Yeah. This was my introduction, first introduction to George Saxman, George Young. It's actually the only I had picked up from him. So I first discovered him off a song he did off the All That Jazz soundtrack, Fonte Facile something. So it's actually a good album. This one is real hard to find anywhere at your local record store or online or anything. So it's actually a rare album. So includes some old songs and themes and stuff that were from movies or TV. So and this album was produced by Tio Macero, and you can look at the back and of all the information listed on there, the biography and everything. So it's a good album. So pretty interesting stuff. Mike Sharp's The Sharpest Sax. Not too much I want to say on this album, but it's stand on his own. But it's very soulful, very energetic. Has his rhythms, has his style here. So full good stuff, for good stuff. He has that sweet taste to it. So this one I have just started listening, and I haven't finished it yet. So hopefully I will get a chance to get back. Well, get back to these later on this soon. So it's a good album. If you're a fan to Al Herb, Boots Randolph, or Floyd Kramer, or any other easy listening artist you listen to, composers and stuff, this is actually a good album to check out.